gentlemen, welcome back to Jake's Takes. Today I will be interviewing Mr. Dabkowski. Welcome.
Thanks. It's great to be here.
Okay. So my question number one is, what is your role in multimedia production?
Well, I'm the teacher of the class, but I see myself as more of an advisor than a teacher. I'm supposed to create a space where students can lead the organization and create the atmosphere where everybody feels creative and able to chase their own curiosity and come up with cool stuff like Jake's Takes and improve as creative producers of media.
Okay. So why did you want to One Wax News?
Well,
when it got when the other day we debuted.
Well, I was really lucky to finish school and finish student teaching right at the point when this job became available. It's one of those jobs that comes along once in a lifetime to be able to be part of a district like Alden and a program like Wax News, which was built by so many people over the years, but most recently Mr. Mashi and Mr. Curran. They created an incredible organization. So I stepped in after Mr. Curran and Mr. Mashi left and did not have to invent this from the ground up, but just in a great position to reinvent it and grow it and turn it into something even bigger than it already is. So I feel really lucky to be part of it.
Okay. So what did you want to accomplish in Wax News?
My main goal always is to help students explore their passions, whatever that might be. So if it's podcasting for you or musical theater, or for other students in this class, it might be sports, it might be making short films, anything even remotely connected to media that helps a student chase their passions or explore something they're curious about. That's what I want to accomplish. I want it to be a place for kids to feel free to explore and develop everything that they're doing.
Okay.
Lay the smackdown on the Spanish class for being too loud.
You're fine.
It's okay.
Okay. What was your opinion on Wax News when you took over?
I loved it. When I came in for my interview, I watched all the videos from a couple of years ago, and I was like, these kids are hilarious. Like, they're doing such interesting stuff, like making short films, like The Revenge of Senioritis was the one that I watched. It was like Star Wars themed. I'm like, this is amazing. Like, these kids are so wildly creative. And then when I came here, it was just amazing to see the creative stuff that they came up with and are coming up with right now. So I loved it from the moment I knew what it was.
Okay. And what is your absolute favorite part about Alden High School?
The kids. I love the students here. Like, take yourself, for example. I met you in creative writing.
Yep.
And I never even met you in person until halfway through the school year.
Yeah.
But, you were one of the highlights of my day because you always had something to say over Zoom. You were an incredibly creative writer and generous giver of feedback to your classmates. So you're a perfect example of what I love about this school, which is the creativity and imagination of the students who go here. I mean, it's amazing. I'm sitting here talking to you right now thinking, how is this kid so creative? It's incredible. So I just feel lucky to be part of it.
Oh, God.
I'm not joking.
I
really feel that way.
I know. You were just supposed to make me quiet too. Stop that. All right. How could you describe working with Chris Kelly, the drama director for Peter and the Star Catcher?
So Chris is somebody I've known for many, many years, but I used to know him when I was a theater critic. So I would go to his shows and I would critique them, and I would always be the guy that would say, yeah, this is okay, but you could do better. So we had kind of an icy relationship for a number of years because, as a theater critic, you're kind of like the evil guy who goes and says, "Oh, you should do better." But I always respected Chris as a director, really admired him, and went out of my way to see his shows because I loved the sense of fun and spontaneity that his shows had. So now we're friends. We have a great working relationship, and we just laugh all the whole ride home at all the hilarious things that our students do on stage. We love the process, and I'm learning a lot from Chris. As a first-time director, I'm learning so much from him about the right way to approach a scene and how to explore it, pick it apart, and how to make everybody feel like they're included. I mean, that's a work in progress for me, but I'm just learning a ton from him.
Oh, I wish that I could, like, feel that on the way home. I wish I could feel that, like you got this laugh and hysterically,
yeah. That's all we do.
Okay. How long have you been a teacher in Alden?
I only started teaching last fall, so it's been a little over a year, and so I'm still pretty new to it.
Okay. What were your work experiences before coming to Alden?
So before I came to Alden, I was a newspaper reporter and arts critic at the Buffalo News for about 12 years. And so I wrote a lot about all the cultural things and theater and visual art and painting and culture that was happening in Western New York. That was my full-time job. I also wrote a column about goings-on in Western New York. And before that, I lived in San Francisco, where I edited a couple of books, and I lived in New Orleans as well, where I have family. So I was a freelance journalist, but writing has been the main thing that I've done for most of my life.
Okay. Have you ever been to a Broadway show critiquing it?
Yes, I have. I've been to many Broadway shows.
Sorry to cut you off.
No.
Can you name a few?
Sure.
Of them?
Sure, yeah. Well, I saw the original Broadway cast of Hamilton with Lin-Manuel Miranda.
No way.
And that was great.
Oh, God.
My editor sent me to see it before it came to Buffalo because it was a huge deal. So that was probably the highlight. But I've seen, Patti LuPone and Gypsy. I've seen Neil Patrick Harris and Hedwig and the Angry Inch. I've seen Hedda Gabler. I've seen Kinky Boots on Broadway. Just any number of William Finn musicals.
How do you manage the wax organization, being an ELA teacher? Which grade is it this year? 12?
12, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And the play, CoDirector.
Well, it's a lot to juggle. I'm not going to lie. As a first-year teacher, we have a tendency to take on a lot because we want to be involved in everything. So I need to practice a little more of what I preach, which is don't take on too much, kids. Yep. You're gonna wipe yourself out.
Yep.
So I'm a little stressed and a little tired, but ultimately I'm so happy that I get to be involved in so many different creative projects. The play is such a challenge. This class is a great challenge. Teaching English is a lifelong challenge. You're never as good at it as you want to be. You're always working to be better. And then teaching freshman seminar is still yet another challenge, which is hugely gratifying. So I manage it better and better as the weeks go on.
Okay, that is just insane. Okay. Well, thank you for joining me on this episode.